Ladies and gentlemen, I am here. I am alive. I know, shocking things presented here in the big... Oh, my microphone is loose. We're going to hope for the best on that. Shocking things here in the Big 25. What is up, everyone? It is time for what has become the annual tradition at this point in voting in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I always look forward to this stream because hot takes abound. Crunchyroll is stupid sometimes with their nominations, which there's one that I know about that I'm already like, ugh. But I don't know anything about the nominees except for Anime of the Year. I was spoiled on that. Everything else, I don't know. But my mic is a bit soft. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna crank it up just a hair. Is that better? I'm looking at the audio levels on OBS. Shoot. Did I set this stream to be low latency? Oh, I did. Good. Okay. I always get worried about that. Is that better? Is that a better ratio with the mic to the music? Because I was looking at the My Hero one I did, and it was a little rough at times. Also, hello Zeke, Golden, and Obsessed Caleb. Welcome to the chat. We are, as I said, maybe a little louder. Okay, Zeke, I'm gonna crank it just a hair, just for you, just a little bit more, because it shows me I'm in like the yellow consistently, even just talking normally, and I have mine cranked all the way up, like, so we'll see. I can always turn the music down too if the music is too loud. But let me know what you guys think. How's everybody doing today? It is Holy Saturday, the day between Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Went to our Good Friday service yesterday, which was really good. And then proceeded to spend all day today editing. I've been working on shorts for the podcast. We just recorded our Mario movie review. So I was clipping shorts for that to go out next week, which I did get most of that done. So that's good. Now I'm here streaming. So I feel so bad that the One Piece streams did not go out when they were supposed to. As I said in the weekly update, I think last week or this week, I don't remember. Maybe it was this week. I'm essentially going to just do one big One Piece stream instead of 3 small ones. So that'll be sometime in April. I need to put that together because I have a lot of other stuff going on in April. So, but yeah, other than that, I think we're good to, oh, excuse me. We're going to jump into it here. I want to see how long, how did the last 2 Anime Awards streams go? Let's see. How many times have I done this? Just twice? Yeah, because 2024 was the first one I did. It was kind of a random one-off. I wasn't planning on doing it. And then I did. And then, obviously, 2025 was a little different because the channel had been going for a hot minute at that point. And now here we are, 2026. And I'm sure we'll keep doing it. And maybe one day the channel will get big enough that I can be sponsored by Crunchyroll themselves to vote in the Anime Awards. That's the hope, at least. So, as always, for those, if you're watching the VOD or you're watching the stream and you're new to the channel, a lot of new people since last year, here's how we do this every year. We don't start with Anime of the Year. We start with Best Voice Artist Performance, and then we work our way backwards. Now, as they fixed last year, these should be anime that aired between January 2025 and December 2025. So they are actually last year's anime and not September 2024 to September 2025. They fixed that last year, and this is the first year where it's actually run a full calendar year. So, I'm hoping we see some better nominations in here. I already know there are some. I know where I'm going to vote, like, Film of the Year. I'm assuming Demon Slayer was nominated, so that's where that's going to go. Spoiler alert. The category I'm most interested in is Best Romance, because there were a lot of good romance there. My pick for Romance Anime of the Year, I know is not going to be there. It's Betrothed to My Sister's Ex. I know it's not going to be there. It was not near popular enough, but a man can cope. Am I right? Am I right, gamers? So let's just go ahead and jump into this, because some of these early ones we're not going to spend a ton of time on. Okay, so essentially best English voice actor. Alexis Tipton did do a good job. I didn't watch Sanda. I didn't watch The Summer Hikaru Died. I mean, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You know I'm going to vote for My Hero in every category that it's in. I got to lock in with Justin Briner. He did a really good job this season. Not that I think My Hero has one of the better dubs out there. But I do think Justin did a really good job this season. Especially with some of the more key moments that I think I was looking for and that I wanted to hit. So that's Justin Briner. Best voice actor Japanese. All right, Denji, Reize, Monkey D. Luffy. Oh man, Monkey Doofy Luffy. Am I right? All right, we're going with Daiki Yamashita. I think he did an incredible job. Oh yay. Okay, so it will auto send me backwards to the next one instead of just letting me hover. Okay, fine, be that way. Okay. So, best ending sequence. I have actually seen all of these in anime. The Spy Family one was good. It wasn't my favorite out of the list, though. It's always funny to me that Kaiju number 8 has this odd relationship with One Republic for some reason. Why, I'm not too terribly certain. The Dandadan one was good. It wasn't my favorite, though. I think I still like the one from season 1 better. Solo Leveling, it was alright. That one was alright. I gotta go with My Hero, the final season. I, by Bump of Chicken, absolute banger. Okay, fine. I'm gonna have to fight this little clicker going forward here. Oh no, you can't do this to me. Oh no. Oh, okay, this is cool. What's up, Tyson Guevara? Welcome. Best opening sequence. Gachiakata. I mean, that one was alright. I'll have some takes about Gachiakata. Haven't seen Call of the Night. Dandadan's opening was good. Definitely up there. Same for, I really enjoyed the Solo Leveling one, but it was kind of... Okay, I love Solo Leveling as much as the next guy, right? Like, I love Solo Leveling probably a little more than I should. I don't think the Season 2 opening was as good as the Season 1 opening, honestly speaking. I think Season 1 had a better opening, in my opinion, and I liked the song better. But that's just me. Now, here's where it gets hard. I love Yoasobi, dude. I really do. I love Yoasobi so much. But the Witch Watch opening was okay. Like, the opening itself, not the song. The song, banger. Yoasobi killed it. Incredible. Opening itself, though, is alright. So, you know me, we gotta go with the Revo from My Hero Academia. The only time, as far as I can remember, where Bones actually did alternate versions of the opening. What were there, 3 or 4 versions, I think? Because there was the normal version, there was the version with Bakugo, and then there was the version with where they showed the kids at the end. So there was 3. And kind of like I talked about in my video about the final season, I think it was because they had the time. They actually had the time to spend making a good, like, extra openings, because they only had to do half the episode count. And that's just how it all worked out. So, yeah, I'll go with the Revo from My Hero's final season. That's my vote on that. Best score. What? Did it? They didn't nominate Yuki Hayashi for the final season of My Hero? Dog. What a oh, dude, what a snub. I hate that, actually. That's awful. Okay, so for me it's really between these 4. Solo was good. Hiroyuki Sawano always does good. Dark Aria Level 2 was good. Howling was good. But it's really only like 2 or 3 songs on the entire soundtrack that I'm like, oh, those were good. The rest of it was like typical Hiroyuki Sawano. Dandadan, I can't remember any of the songs from Dandadan Season 2. Oh, the same person did Chainsaw Man and Dandadan? That's cool. I didn't know that. I think I gotta go to Demon Slayer. Because Demon Slayer is the one, like, Flaming Thunder God, Akaza versus Giyu, Akaza's theme, Giyu's theme, the Transparent World. Like, I could keep going about all of the different soundtracks from that movie and how much I love all of them. So that's my go-to, is Demon Slayer. You know, there's going to be a pattern here. As Obsessed Caleb says, there is a pattern of anything will probably go to Demon Slayer or My Hero. That's kind of how my anime take boiled down last year. But we'll see. We'll see how that keeps going. So we'll go Demon Slayer on best score. All right, now we're going to let it go back. Best anime song. Oh. All right. All right, chat. This might be the only time. But I could. Ooh, okay, hold on. Never mind. This is kind of. Ooh, okay. Okay, the Dandadan opening was good. Solo Leveling opening was good. They're all right. But I could vote for Yoasobi, or I could vote for Iris Out. Listen. Listen. Let me just give me a second here. Let me pull up my Spotify 2025 my year in review, because it gives you the playlist. No, not by me. Let's see. I know I saved it. There we go. Top songs 2025. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So, according to my top songs 2025, Watch Me by Yoasobi is it's either like 33 or 34, and then 2 songs under that is Iris Out. So I just want you to know that's how close they are. Now, granted, Watch Me had a little bit more time to be played and to have play, but I think, for me personally, the better song that I jam out to more frequently is Iris Out. That song is a banger. This might be the only time you will see me vote for Chainsaw Man. Because everything else about Chainsaw Man, I'm like, no. Nah. No. Don't like it. Not a fan. But this song. It's also interesting that neither of the Demon Slayer songs are here. What is it? A World Without Sunlight, and then what's the other one? The two from the movie. Neither of them made it in. That's crazy. Because I thought both of those were good songs too. What is it? Shine in the Cruel Night and A World Without... Or, I'm sorry. A World... Wait, sorry. It's in Japanese. A World Where the Sun Never Rises. That's what it was. And then Shine On in the Cruel Night. I'm shocked neither of those made it there. But, you know, we got to go Iris Out. I have to be true to myself. I'm sorry, Yoasobi. I love you. But I have to be true to what song I think is better. Must protect at all costs character. Ooh. Okay. Bro, Anya Forger up here. Bro, Anya's here every year. Every year. I don't think she will be next year because they haven't greenlit Spy Family Season 4 yet, at least as far as I'm aware. Izuku Midoriya. Wagami. Yo, Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity is here. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I love to see Crunchyroll play fair with anime that are on Netflix. And it's not just anime that are on Crunchyroll. Haven't seen that one. Suika is good, but I haven't seen the newer Dr. Stone stuff. And then Mao Mao. I mean, that's all right. So I'm stuck between Deku and Wagari. I think I gotta go Wagari. Listen, I love me Izuku Midoriya. He's great. Very, love Deku, my favorite anime character of all time. But if y'all ain't seen The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, you're missing out. You're missing out. It's peak. All right. So I got to go with Wagari on that one. I'm interested to see how the romance category goes. I'm glad to see that it's here. Best supporting character. All right, what do we got? Engine, he was all right. Gigi, he was all right. Jinshi, That's him! Katsuki Bakugo, baby! Okay, Caleb, Caleb, I'm sorry, that's Celeb. I can't read. I have seen Dr. Stone, but not seasons 3 or 4. I'm waiting until this season is airing right now. That's like the final, like the end of Dr. Stone. And then once that's over, I'm going to go back and just finish it. So I can just watch all the way through and finish everything. So I have seen it. Don't worry. Just not the like most recent stuff. Hey, Silver Comet, what's up? Welcome. Okay. Gotta go Katsuki Bakugo, best supporting character. Sorry, not sorry. I'm really not. You know me. Every time I can vote for my hero, I normally do. Did I hear about the 5th movie? Did they announce a 5th movie today? I think that was someone doing an April Fool's thing last I heard. I don't think they actually announced a 5th movie. I know they put out the key visual for the bonus episode, or not the bonus, like the next episode, the more for My Hero, but I don't think they announced a 5th movie. I think they will do one. I don't think they announced it yet. Best main character, we got Deku, Mao Mao, Momo, Okarun, Rudo, and Genu. All right, Genu, love you to death. Not that guy, pal. Not that guy. Rudo, not that guy, pal. Mao Mao, haven't seen. Not that guy, pal. I mean, come on, chat. Come on. I love Momo and Okarun. I really do, but come on. Come on, guys. Did you think I wasn't going to vote for Deku? You funny. That's funny. You guys are a funny guy. All right. Continuing our My Hero trend. Best slice of life. All right. I can't vote My Hero on this one. Anne Shirley, I heard was good. I never watched it. Blue Box. Blue Box. Okay, I'll come back to that. City, the animation, haven't seen that. Fragrant Flower, I have seen. I love that show. We just talked about that. Spy Family Season 3 and Dress Up Darling Season 2. Okay, so let's process of elimination here. Blue Box was good. Okay, I enjoyed Blue Box. I just think my issue with Blue Box is kind of twofold, where it, like, I like the kind of love triangle it puts us in, where, like, Taiki is really into Chinatsu, and Hina is really into Taiki, and he might be into her, but not really, and Chinatsu might be into him, but we're not really sure. I just think the way they handle the slow burn of that relationship really bothered me, because they spent like the first half of the season telling you that Chinatsu, oh, she's not interested in him. She's not interested in him. So then the second he starts to waver and think, well, maybe I could go be with Hina, she starts to show interest again, like some toxic girlfriend who's like, no, if I'm not going to have you, then no one can. And maybe that's just me being picky, and that's just me, like, not taking this serious for what it is. But I don't know. It wasn't my favorite, so I'm going to pass on that. Dress Up Darling Season 2 was good. I don't think it was anything to write home about. But it was, I enjoyed it, but it's not like anything crazy. Spy Family Season 3, I honestly really enjoyed. I thought it was one of the better. It kind of like actually started moving the plot forward. And I feel like that was much needed, was for Spy Family to start moving the plot forward a little bit in terms of like the mission and, oh, someone almost got found out and like that kind of stuff. So I do feel like that was helpful, but I don't know. Ooh. I'm always tired. If that puts it over Fragrant Flower. Fragrant Flower is so high up there. It's like in my top 5 romance anime. It was in my top 5 of anime aired last year. Like, it's just such a good show. Also, their height difference is crazy. So I gotta go with Fragrant Flower every chance I get. City was peak. Do I have to watch Nichijou to watch City? Because I know it's like it's the same art style or the same world. I'm not entirely sure how that's all connected. So, oh, dude, allergy season is killing me this year. No, we're going with Fragrant Flower. Is best romance next? Oh, best trauma. I have only seen one show in this category. And Shirley, Blue Box, Orb on the Movements of the Earth. I wanted to watch this one so bad. I just never got around to it. I heard it was really good. Summer Hikaru Died, Apothecary Diary Season 2, Takapi's Original Sin. I heard this one was really good too. I have to go with Blue Box by default because it's the only one I've seen. And obviously, I'm not going to vote for one I haven't seen because that just doesn't make sense. Best romance. Oh, best isekai. Dear God. Why? I hate isekai is so lame. Okay, isekai slop, corporate slop, isekai slop, Konosuba, ReZero, and Zenshu. Okay, so the first three are kind of like generic isekai, whatever. Konosuba season 3, was that last year? Oh, I guess they're including stuff that would have missed the cutoff last year. No, because Latin... Was Konosuba last year? Was it? Was it really? I find that hard to believe. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I find that hard to believe that Konosuba was last year. I feel like I would have remembered watching. I'm trying to look at my list. Okay, that's not the whole list, genius. This website's bugging out on me. I do not see Konosuba on my list of things watched, because I know I've watched it, but it wasn't on my list. So maybe it just barely missed the cutoff for the last one, and that's how it ended up here. Silver comment, have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. What is isekai? Isekai is... isekai, the word means like another world. So isekai is normally like main character gets reincarnated or sent to or travels to another world. So like in Konosuba, the main guy, Kazuya, Kazuma. Kazuya is from Rent-a-Girlfriend. Kazuma he dies and gets reincarnated in another world. ReZero, Subaru dies, gets reincarnated in this other fantasy world. Zenshu, oh gosh, what's her name? I can't remember her name. I keep wanting to say Momo Ayase, but that's Dandadan. It's like in the same Natsuko Hirose. It was a similar name, kind of. Natsuko dies and gets sent to not a fantasy world, but she gets sent to, like, she gets transported into her favorite movie of all time. I gotta go with Zenshu just because I feel like it was the most original and refreshing take I've seen on an isekai, because normally isekai is like, I died and got sent to, you know, like this, like from bureaucrat to villainous, dad's been reincarnated, like campfire cooking in another world with my absurd scale. Like, isekai is known for its really long titles and really obnoxious plot they're all kind of the same. Whereas I feel like Zenshu 1 is an original story from MAPPA, not based on a manga or a light novel or anything, but it also really, I think, is an original, interesting isekai that did not feel like the rest. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm going to go with Zenshu because it was great. I don't care what anyone says. I think it's also kind of like criminally underrated. Like, not enough people watch Zenshu. Go watch Zenshu. Zenshu will be in my next, when I do another Christian, like, anime tier list, Zenshu will be in there. Zenshu has my stamp of approval to put in, I would say, I think definitely okay. Would get my stamp of approval. Go watch Zenshu. It's incredible. It's very good. Best action. Don't even need to see the rest of the nominees to cast my vote, but we will go through them anyway. Dandadan season 2 was good. Gachiakura, the episodes I did watch were good. Kaiju number 8, it was all right. Solo Leveling was good. I don't think it was as consistent as the first season was, but it was good. And then One Piece, I haven't seen anything that would have been covered by this voting for this part of One Piece because it's all Egghead stuff. that I haven't gotten to yet. So obviously we're going with My Hero final season. That's that about that. Best comedy. Okay. Water tastes so good when you've been spending too much time talking. As I said, haven't seen City the animation. Dandadan season 2. It was good. I don't really know if I'd put it in the comedy genre, but that's just me. Dress Up Darling season 2 actually had some really good bits that I thought were funny. Witch Watch, I never finished it. Maybe I'll go back and finish it this season because I can just binge through the dub. So maybe I'll do that now that I can just binge the dub, because I've heard it's good and it's like 24 episodes and I wouldn't mind watching it. I got caught up in the weekly stuff and I kind of left it behind. Spy Family season 3 and Ranma I haven't seen, so by default we have to go with Spy Family, because it actually does have some really good comedy, and I do enjoy me a little Spy Family. You know, call me a normie if you want. I do enjoy Spy Family. Best romance. All right. Okay, this is my category. Not thrilled by the things that got nominated here, but we'll talk about it. Blue Box, okay. Dandadan season 2, okay. Honey Lemon Soda, okay. Dress Up Darling season 2, okay. Ranma season 2, okay. And Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Okay. I have some gripes here with the best romance category. Just go with me here. For starters, to answer Obsessed Celeb, why is Dandadan everywhere? Why is Dandadan in the romance category? I know. Listen. I know that the author of Dandadan was forced to read 100 romance manga before making Dandadan. And I know that the romantic relationship between Momo and Okarun is a big focus of Dandadan, even more so than I think for a lot of shonen action series. But I don't think it belongs in best romance, because they're not asking who's the best couple, right? Like, they're not doing Momo x Okarun, Deku x Uraraka, Wagari x Rintaro from Fragrant Flower. Like, they're not asking you who's the best couple. They're asking you what's the best romance. So I think putting Dandadan in here is such a sneak. This is like that Drake meme where it's like, who bro thinks he's on the team. Like, who invited Dandadan to the romance conversation? You are not. Does Crunchyroll list Dandadan with a romance tag on their site? I'm about to look. I really hope they don't. But excuse me. Oh, because Dandadan has this. Okay. It is listed action, drama, romance, shonen, supernatural. Dude, that's just... I mean, I guess it, you know, blending ghosts, aliens, and teenage romance. Yeah, but, like, I just think it's a little disingenuous to say that, like, Dandadan is on the same page of romance as, like, the Fragrant Flower. Like, I just don't think that's right. I don't think Dandadan should be in this category. That's stealing a spot from another romance, like, dedicated series that should have been. Because all of these other ones are romance dedicated, right? Like, Blue Box. Blue Box is the only other one that's kind of like, but, like, it kind of skirts the line. But if you boil Blue Box down, it's about Taiki's crush on Chinatsu, and the sports stuff is also there. Honey Lemon Soda, that's a romance. Fragrant Flower, romance. Ranma, that's a romance. Dress Up Darling. Like, the rest of them are all pure romance, right? Dandadan is not. So needless to say, I'm not voting for Dandadan. Honey Lemon Soda, dude, I did not like the guy. I thought the guy was kind of creepy. Am I weird for saying that? Like, he was kind of like, I don't want to say emotionally manipulative, but he was just, I don't know. The guy, like the main guy, just kind of irked me the wrong way. And I never finished watching it. Dress Up Darling Season 2 was good, but I have to go with The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity because I think it was one of the best romance to come out of last year. And you know what? If we didn't have freaking Dandadan in this category, maybe we could have put Betrothed to My Sister's Ex, which is actually a romance and was actually really good. Sorry, I will stand on that soapbox all day. That's just me, though. Dude, Dandadan in Best Romance is crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Background art. Okay. Let's take a look-see here. Haven't seen City. Dandadan Season 2. It was good. Nothing like to write home about, though. Gachiakura, what I did see was kind of good, actually. And then I haven't seen any of these other three on the bottom. I heard this one was good. But I also heard people saying it was really rushed. So it kind of just slipped through the cracks. I think I'm going to go with Dandadan just because it's the only one I like feel confident voting in. So that's that about that. Okay. We got 8 more. Best Director. Oh, thank you. End of story. And don't even need. We're good. You know what got snubbed, actually, that I've noticed that has not been on here at all? My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I thought that had a really good adaptation, and I'm kind of sad to not see it on here so far. But yeah, Best Director, obviously going to go to My Hero. Dandadan was good. It had good direction, and I haven't seen really any of the other ones. So I will go with My Hero, as always. Best Character Design. Okay, so this is... Okay. We might go Dandadan on this one. One Piece has good character designs, but I'm not like in love with the Egghead outfits. I think they're some of Oda's weaker outfits. So I'm not super confident. Like I don't really love their Egghead outfits. Dress Up Darling was good. I think I gotta go with Dandadan. I love the art style of Dandadan, especially how they brought it out in the anime. Like I feel like that was a good use and a good adaptation, especially based on how they look in the manga. I'm so glad they didn't put Kaiju number 8 here. That would have been an absolute atrocity to put Kaiju number 8 anywhere except for the couple categories I've seen it in. Best Animation. Okay. Well, we all know One Piece is going to win. We all know Toei does some weird black magic to make One Piece look incredible. And I'm not even saying that. Like, I like One Piece. I like One Piece's animation. It's always... How do I put this into words? It's always frustrating to see One Piece in so many categories. And I'm not saying that it should be discredited from award shows like this. But it is a little... It's like simultaneously impressive, but also annoying to see One Piece win year after year after year after year. Like, best ongoing series almost every year I've voted in the Anime Awards, even before I started doing content, was One Piece. One Piece always won. And I always felt like that was disingenuous to the other, like, new shows that came out that year. And, like, One Piece, yeah, it's good. Like, I'm not sitting here and telling you One Piece is bad. But I think I don't know. it's always weird to see One Piece in these categories because I feel like it hurts the chances of Agachi Akira or, you know, a Takapi's Original Sin even going off of shows that aren't a second season, because I think that's also a problem with Crunchyroll's Anime Awards is they have a tendency to promote shows that are already popular. Like, yes, I voted for My Hero in every other season or in every other category it's been in pretty much. But, like, let's look at Best Animation. What takes up Best Animation? 4 out of these 6 are shows that are, it's like another season. Like My Hero Final Seasons, Solo Leveling Season 2, Dandadan Season 2, One Piece. Like, for some of these categories, I would love to see them push and promote more new shows that came out in the year. Not just shows that have a second season. And maybe that means adding more categories. Maybe that means adding Best Animation Sequel Edition. Like, so that you can celebrate and uplift the One Pieces and the My Heroes and the Solo Levelings to recognize their really good animation, and then it's just sequel seasons competing with each other instead of new shows losing spots to a One Piece or whatnot. Like, I think My Hero Vigilantes should be here. I know that's a spin-off, and I know that's it's a spin-off of like My Hero proper, but I think Vigilantes should have been there. I think that would have been a really good one to go there. Last year specifically, I did not watch a ton of anime. But there were other shows that I think should have gotten those spots. Like Zenshu should be here. Why is Zenshu not here? The show all about animation and all of the crazy things. Yes, okay, Golden, you and me are on the same page. Like One Piece could have stolen a spot from Zenshu. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, the show that's all about animation and all of the crazy wicked things Mappa did with that show is not here because they wanted to push up these other sequel seasons. Like, I think that in and of itself needs to be reworked. And I think certain sequels should be excluded from certain categories because they just shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So that said, all of that to say, am I going to vote for a non-sequel season? No, of course not. Come on, guys. You know me. I'm going to sit here and complain, but I'm also part of the problem. So, I mean, I do think My Hero had the best animation out of the year, and that's just me personally. But that said, I do wish they did a little more to separate and delineate these categories. Best Original Anime. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good category. Apocalypse Hotel, didn't get to watch. Digimon, I'm not into Digimon. Lazarus, I wanted to watch, but I didn't have the streaming. I think they put it on Max, which I have Max now, so I should go back and watch it because it's by the same director as Cowboy Bebop. Or is it director or creator, one of the, or both? Por qué no los dos? So I do want to go back and rewatch, or not rewatch, but watch that. Zenshu, incredible. Moonrise, dude, I'll come back to Moonrise. And then Mobile Suit Gundam, didn't get to watch this one either because it was a Prime exclusive, which is interesting. Moonrise, okay, Moonrise is, for those who don't know, I saw like no one talk about Moonrise last year at all. It is it's a Netflix original sci-fi by what is her name? What is her name? They just put out Demons of the Shadow Realm today. What is her name? Who wrote Full Metal Alchemist? I just need to know her name. Hiromu Arakawa. That's who it is. I know who it was. I could not put a name to a face. It's an original sci-fi series that has such a good premise, such a good setup. But I didn't even finish it. I got like 6 out of the 18 episodes, I think. So I was like a third of the way through. No, I was like in the double. I was like to 10, I think. And I never finished it. I might go back and finish it one day. It is a jumbled mess. And it's not even like the story is bad. I think it just could use a little re-editing and rearranging to make it hit a little better. But I wanted it to be good. I really did. So I'm going to go with Zenshu for this category. Best Original. Obsessed Celeb. I think Vigilante should be here too, but it's like people didn't watch it enough. What is that for? Best Animation or Best Original? Because Vigilantes isn't an original. Vigilantes is based on the Vigilantes manga, which disqualifies it from disqualifies it from this. Can we also take a second? I love beating the dead horse that is Western animation. Can we talk about how there were 6 original non-adaptation things? Like, I was talking to my fiance about this a couple weeks ago. I think it's incredible how I would wager anime alone, not including any other Japanese media like video games or like live action shows, drama, whatever, like manga, light novels, not like any other Japanese media outstanding. Anime alone, I think there is more anime produced per year than there is any kind of project in the West. Animated, live action, movies, video games, like there's more anime produced per year than any other any other media across the board. So to see Japan still prioritize doing good original stories and not just adapting, because there's something to say for do your adaptations, your My Heroes, your Dandanons, your Mashal, Demon Slayer, do your adaptations, absolutely. But they still understand what it means to create an original story, to create original characters, to put an emphasis on making things that are original and not just look at where we are in Western media, right? Every movie that comes out, everything that comes out, I loved the Mario Galaxy movie, but that's a video game adaptation. Project Hail Mary was great. That was an adaptation of a book. All of this stuff coming out for, from Disney is either a sequel or a remake, and they don't put as much emphasis on original stuff anymore. And everyone says, oh, it's because originality doesn't sell. Originality, people don't want original things. They don't want original creative things. I don't think that's true, because people watch original anime, and anime is a niche. It's a subset. It's not the main type of content that people consume. The general populace does not consume anime. So for original anime like these to be somewhat successful and somewhat popular enough to land them on the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, still speaks volumes that people do want original content. They do want original movies and shows. They just want them to be good. I think Western creatives have lost the ability to make good original stuff. And obviously that's not a blanket. K-pop Demon Hunters last year was a new original thing from a Western studio. So Western creatives can make good things. It's just a lot of them don't. And I think that might have to do more with corporate Hollywood than anything else, because, the people who make money don't see returns on investment in creative things, so they don't give new shows more than one season. If it doesn't pop off in the first season, you don't get more, which doesn't give you any time to get attached or build a fan base or an audience. You think about shows when, I was growing up, like the Clone Wars, Star vs. the Force of Evil, Gravity Falls, like a lot of the Disney Channel shows, they needed more than one season to get people attached and to get people going. Whereas now it's like, okay, you get one season, and if it's not a blowout success in the first season, you don't get any more. Which puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on creatives to tweak their story in ways that maybe they wouldn't, or to rush plot points that maybe they shouldn't. So I just think it's worth noting that there is such an emphasis and even like a desire to make original things in Japan, and not to just regurgitate the same, like, and don't get me wrong, there is a lot of isekai light novel slop that gets adapted every year, and a lot of stuff, there's a lot of isekai slop that's adapted. There's a lot of anime adaptations that are just bad and not good. So I'm not saying that everything is good. You know, I'm not trying to be the Thing America and then like Thing Japan. Like, but I do think it's worth having a conversation about how Japanese creatives, at the very least, or I guess anyone who's not Western at this point, does see an emphasis in the creativity of doing new and original things. That's my soapbox. I'll get off of it now. Best new series. Still no Vigilantes, gang. It's not going to be here. It's not going to be. I'm so sad it's not here. It was such a good, like, it was actually really good. Clevitas, I watched the first episode, never finished. Gachiakata got about halfway through, never finished. Sakamoto Days got like 4 episodes in and dropped that because the animation is just awful. The Summer Hikaru Died, never watched. Fragrant Flower, I've gone on about that. And Takapi's Original Sin. I think Takapi is going to win. Just based on how highly rated it was when it came out last year. But I'm going to vote for Fragrant Flower. That's my vote, and I'm sticking to it. So, and then I think we have Best Continuing Series. Okay. So we can do Best New Series, and we can do Best Continuing Series. But Best Animation has to have them all jumbled together. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. I mean, obviously, I'm going to vote for My Hero. I've seen all of these except for One Piece. Dandadan was good. Kaiju number 8 was okay at best. Solo was really good. And Spy Family was really good. But I got to go with My Hero. Every opportunity I get, I must go with My Hero. I mean, guys, it's the last time it can win anything. You know what I'm saying? Film of the Year. What were the options? 100 Meters... Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Rose of Versailles. Oh, I heard that one was good. Scarlet. I really wanted to see that one, but I missed the theater distribution on that, so I'll have to wait till it comes to a streaming or goes digital. And I haven't seen this one either. My vote is for Demon Slayer. Even though I think Demon Slayer is a good movie, and I actually went and rewatched it a couple weeks ago when they did the re-release for like Screen X and stuff at Regal. I went and rewatched it, and I think while it's a good movie, I do think it has its weak points, and I don't think it's perfect. It definitely feels like a part 1 movie. And I don't think there was anything they could do about that, just because you're adapting such a big arc in such a, like, constrained way. And I do think in the long run, the movies will be a better way to adapt this arc, especially because you see how much money this generated. Like, it's an infinite, like, money printing machine. And I saw a post that was talking about how, whether or not it's true, Ufotable was shifting more towards doing theatrical movies instead of seasonal anime. And honestly, I mean, look at their track record. Like, Mugen Train did crazy numbers. the compilation films they did for Demon Slayer didn't do crazy numbers, but it like, it didn't do crazy numbers, but it still brought in revenue, right? On stuff that was already done. They didn't have to tweak anything or do anything. I mean, maybe the biggest expense was at the same time like, I totally lost my train of thought. My bad, chat. I do feel like maybe the biggest expense they had on those compilation films was paying their editors to edit the movies together, and then the little bit of marketing that they did for those movies. Movies in air quotes, they're not really movies. Like, that would have been their biggest expense, but I think what the movies made worldwide would have paid for that, and, you know, given them some extra money in the budget. So I don't think them shifting to only theatrical movies is a bad decision given their track record, but I also don't think every anime should have a theatrical release. And I talked about this in a video I did almost 2 years ago now, talking about how anime movies are ruining the medium or something like that. What was the exact title that I used? Let me look. The slow downfall of anime movies is what I was talking about. And if you look at like the My Hero movies, they exist to add to the My Hero world. They're not trying to adapt canon content into movies. And I think one of the things you run into with adapting canon content in movies is kind of where we're at with Demon Slayer right now. To Tyson Guevara's point, Infinity Castle still is not out on Crunchyroll. So if someone heard the buzz of how good the Infinity Castle movie was and then wanted to binge the entire series and watch Infinity Castle, well, now they're stuck at a brick wall of you can't even rent the movie digitally. Like, you can't even pay to rent it from Sony or from Crunchyroll or however they want to do it. You can't buy the physical DVD. Like, it's not out on Blu-ray yet. And it's crazy to me because they're almost holding it. This is the one thing I actually don't like, that because this is a Ufotable and Aniplex thing. This is not a Crunchyroll thing. I know everyone's like so quick to be like, Crunchyroll, put Demon Slayer out, put Demon Slayer out. They don't have that power. That power does not lie with Crunchyroll. Like, Crunchyroll is not just sitting on the full version of the movie and ready to flip the switch. Maybe they are, but they have to get permission from Aniplex and Ufotable to do that. They can't just put it out there. Like, they had theatrical distribution, but maybe Aniplex wants to go, put it out on Netflix first, or put it out on, I don't think Sony really has a vested set. Well, I guess Sony would be Crunchyroll. But like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not a Crunchyroll thing. It's not Crunchyroll's fault. It's not out yet. That's on Aniplex and Ufotable. And given that they re-released the movie once already this year, I wouldn't be shocked if they re-released it every quarter all the way to the end of the year. And then as we get closer to the end of the year, they then say, all right, we're now airing Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1 as episodic, like they did with Mugen Train. And then that's how it gets on Crunchyroll at first. And then they put the full movie on there. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't get a Blu-ray or anything until October at the earliest. Like, and I know the Japanese are clamoring to get on this movie again, which is why they're doing the theater re-release, because they're trying to really just like wring out every last penny from this theatrical release before they drop it. And we saw like they did a 4K Steelbook release of Mugen Train this year. Like, and all the comments are like, hey, wrong Demon Slayer movie. We want Infinity Castle, not Mugen Train again. Like, you've already released Mugen Train on Blu-ray twice. Like, what is this other release? So, I don't know. I also don't think every anime needs to have a movie. I don't think every anime series can carry a movie. I think only some of the big ones, like obviously Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, My Hero. But like I said, they never adapted the canon content with My Hero. I think obviously the One Piece movies do really well. I'm sure they'll do another one. But like you couldn't turn Dandadan into a movie. Like you couldn't adapt a canon arc of Dandadan as a movie. That wouldn't work. That's not the right audience for that. You couldn't do it with Mashal. Couldn't do it with Oshinoko. Like can't do it with Kaiju number 8. Like. And I think that's why they keep doing these compilation films of like Kaiju number 8 did one. Dandadan did one before both seasons started actually. And I think it's because they want to gauge the audience reception and then go from there. Because a film is a more direct return on investment in terms of money as opposed to a season. Because from what I understand about the anime industry, is the way that anime makes their money back is in Blu-ray sales. Now, I'm sure there's other things that come with it. Like I'm sure there's marketing deals and like that kind of stuff, like promotions and sponsors and whatnot that I'm sure, because, you know, anime still airs on Japanese TV. So obviously I'm sure like, you know, some of that money comes back to the TV stations and the production companies and whatnot. But a lot of it is also determined on Blu-ray sales, as far as I'm aware. Whereas a movie, you put a movie out, your box office numbers, that's your return on investment and you have it. And you don't have to wait and hope that the series is popular enough that a ton of people go out and buy the Blu-rays for it. So that's my long and short spiel about that. I'm going to vote for Demon Slayer. Infinity Castle. I do think it was the best movie that came out last year. I don't like the animation from Chainsaw Man, but that's because I don't like a lot of Mappa animation, and that's just me. Anime of the year. This is the big one. Dandadan Season 2, Gacha Yakuza, My Hero Academia Final Season, The Summer Hikaru Died, The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, and Takapi's Original Sin. I'm voting for My Hero the Final Season. Why, you may ask? It was my anime of the year last year. It was the perfect send-off to my favorite series of all time. Bones delivered what I would consider a near flawless adaptation of my favorite stretch of the series. And obviously they're going to conclude it in about a month with the More episode that comes out. And it's just such an incredible love letter to the series, and you can feel all of the time, care, and effort that they put into that season to really make it good and to really make it what it turned out to be. And I feel no qualms for voting for My Hero for Anime of the Year. Now, this is another category where I feel like you should delineate it based off of original new stuff and stuff that is a recurring season. The ratio here is not as bad. It's a 50-50 split on new shows and sequel seasons. But I still think those two things should be delineated. That's my take on that. My Hero Final Season. You want to hear more of my thoughts? Go watch my whole video. Did a whole video about My Hero and the final season and why I love that. So that is a vote in every category. Can I share my horizontal image? Is it going to let me see it? There we go. So as you can see, a lot of My Hero across the board. I got Zenshu twice, Dandadan twice, Demon Slayer twice, Spy Family once, Fragrant Flower, Chainsaw Man once. That's crazy. But yeah, no, that's the Crunchyroll Anime Awards in a nutshell. I don't know if I'll go over the winners, if I'm already doing a stream when they drop the winners, because I know it's like, what, on a Sunday night? Like, let's see if I can pull it up. I know that's when voting ends. When is it? May 23rd. Okay, May 23rd. Isn't that like a Sunday night? Am I wrong? No, it's a Saturday. The live show. Maybe we'll watch it. But they also do it in Japan. So it's like it's in like the middle of the night. Oh, dude, Porno Graffiti is going to be there? Oh, that's crazy. If they do a live version of the final season's opening, I'm going to lose it. But yeah, they do it in Japan. Which makes sense. But that means it's at like 3 a.m. So we'll see. If I'm already doing, yeah, because like that falls on a Sunday and would be when I would have the results for that. So, if I already happen to be doing a stream, maybe the following weekend, if I'm doing a stream, I'll talk about it. But it's not one of those things like, oh, I'm going to definitely cover this. So, yeah, I think that's it for today's stream. A little shorter. I just wanted to cast my votes as I do every year. And just have a good time. So, that's all I got. Thank you, everybody, for watching, listening. If you're watching the VOD after the fact, I appreciate you. Thank you. There will be no stream next week because I will not be free. My schedule gets a little full. I'm busy next weekend. And then after that, I'm not too sure. It's a little too far out for me to say anything. April streams I would like to do, if I so have the time. I want to do obviously the One Piece ones. I need to get those out of the way and done because I've said I was going to do those for a while. I would love to do a tier list of every video game I've ever played. I think that would be really fun. What else was I thinking about doing this month? Another Christian anime recommendation tier list, because y'all loved that first one and the highlight video I did for it. So I'd love to do another one of those. Romance anime tier list. Again, I have some more to add to it. I might wait on that one until the summer because there's a ton of romance airing this season that I want to watch and keep up with and hopefully add to the tier list. So I might wait just so I can have more new ones to add. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming up. I might have a long form video out this month if I can. I'm working on a highlight video right now for the My Hero manga cover tier list. I might get that video done and be like, I actually hate this. I'm not going to post it. So we'll see how that all shakes out. But yeah, I'm just working on stuff in the background. If you really want to watch more of my stuff, go watch the podcast. That is where, obviously a lot of my time is spent right now getting reels done and working on that. I will have an anime episode of the podcast coming up. And for those of you who run kind of in my similar Christian anime circle, or I guess Christian content creator circle, hopefully the next 2 episodes are guest episodes. Hopefully those guests will be familiar to you, and you'll come listen to what they have to say. I'm very excited about the 2 that I'm reaching out right now, which is why I'm not saying anything because they might say no. You never want to say anything, be like, this person's going to be on my podcast before you even ask them if they want to do it. Because they might say no, and that's okay. But if it all goes according to plan, I think it'll be great. So that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching, listening. I hope everybody has a great Easter weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.